He's Nick, I'm Matt, and we're Insufficient.
Diet Coke is just a fridge cigarette.
A fridge cigarette?
Yeah.
Diet Coke sucks.
Dude, I love Diet Coke. I can't live
I
without
know.
it.
Like, I gotta have that fucking aspartame.
I don't get some goddamn aspartame up in here right now.
I need that shit.
Okay, so it is very often actually that I thank God that Matt is on this show with me because the dude brings in some amazing points. And so we're going to talk. No, this is one of the best points I've seen, and it's beautiful.
It's mildly debatable.
Before I get there, we're going to do night one.
Yes.
Today, although we have already seen night two, and just for everybody out there to calm down.
Not too far away. We got night three coming up.
Not too far away, we got night three. But night two, I think, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, may be the best show of the tour so far. In terms of song selection.
Night two, you said?
Night two, and playability. That Mike song starts off so slow that I wanted to blow my brains out, but by the end of it, I was right there. So
let's not get into that now. Now we're going into Friday, 7/11/2025.
No, before we get there, you called me up early on Saturday morning. I was like, what? I thought maybe something was wrong. Okay, but I answered.
Nothing's wrong.
That's what you do. Because when your friend calls you, you answer.
Yeah.
And you're like, Nick, I've been thinking about something. You want to tell everybody the insight that you have had that kind of blew my mind?
Okay, so I know we've caught a lot of flack for saying that this tour has been pretty rough, which it has. I'm still not off of that horse, okay? Has it gotten better? Yep, but there's still, I don't know. This many shows in, they're in a tough spot. So anyways, it seems to me if we're going back to spring tour, right? With 6 shows out in the West Coast. 8 shows out in the West Coast. Half of them were good, half of them were not so good.
The first show was, we're just going to write it off because it was a big time change.
Sure.
And, okay, Seattle Night 1, no good. Seattle Night 2,
the next 3
amazing.
Were great.
Portland, amazing. Yeah. Everything that happened in San Francisco, amazing. We're going to go to California. I've got a massive erection because this should be an amazing run at the Hollywood Bowl.
And that's tough for Nick to get a massive erection. It takes a lot at 50 years old for Nick to get a massive. Well,
it's fucking mean.
Hey, listen, you gotta take a couple of pills.
No, that's what the Diet Coke is for.
Ladle some chocolate into your butthole, and you're ready to go. Okay. All right. So
next,
the thing is that I think that I'm not sure, and this is just a theory. Is after Phish was waiting basically to get the information that, were they going to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or not, right? During spring tour. And almost around the same time, now obviously we probably found out later than they did if they got in or not, but almost around the same time that shit started going sideways for them in spring tour, like all those Hollywood Bowl shows, everything like that, they were garbage. Was when they found out about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And they've said for years that they've never cared about the fame. And I think for a long time they didn't. But I think later, like now, especially when they found out they could get in, it changed. And they're like, shit, we might get in. People are now going to the community of musicians and whatever are going to recognize us, right? And when they found out, shit just went beep. And I think it kind of rocked some people in the band, and I still think they're kind of
2 members
from that. It rocked 2 members. It rocked
2 members,
Paige and Trey. I don't think Mike and Fishman gave a fuck.
Fishman did not give a shit, and neither does Mike. Mike lives in the Mike bubble. If you can get in that kind of mindset, your life is a beautiful thing.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with mourning loss, and I think this one hurt. Hundreds
I do too, and I don't blame them.
Of people voted for them online. They were like blowing everybody out of the water for the fan vote, and it counted for absolutely nothing. And I don't think that anybody will publicly admit to it, but the coincidence is too strong to not be correlated. everything was amazing until sometime after they were in the Bill Graham Auditorium and before they took the stage in the Hollywood Bowl. And I've always felt kind of weird about the way that Trey looked on that Seinfeld sketch. Put that into perspective. Does he look sad as Jerry Seinfeld? The answer was yes. And Trey never looked sad.
This is just
And
a
and
theory.
and so it is a theory. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with it. Like
hey,
I was incredibly disappointed.
TJPC80 agrees with us.
I was incredibly disappointed they didn't get in, and it hurt my feelings. And I just listened to their music. I'm not even in the band.
I was disappointed for them, for sure.
For me,
I think fuck you. I think I was disappointed for them. I think that going back to this, like, no, they don't care really, but now they would kind of like to be recognized a little bit, and they had this close to getting a taste. They're never recognized. They're not recognized about Rolling Stone. You know, if you do the top 250 guitarists, like Trey is like
53.
He's like not on there, or it's just ridiculous. So they've always just
when you walk into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of the first things you see is the fucking hot dog.
My wife was there, took a picture of the hot dog, and got me a Phish sweatshirt that they were selling at the gift shop. So these are guys they didn't even allow in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they're going to sell their merch.
Phish sold the hot dog, to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They should ask for it the fuck back. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know, but for them to get all of those, all those votes, way more than anybody else, and then just get shafted.
That would shined hard.
I don't think we're reaching. I really don't. Phish had PDX 77 thinks we might be reaching a little bit. We could be. I don't know.
We're doing a reach around.
Nick does the reach around, but like I feel like it's quite a interesting connection to when they found out about it to how they've been playing.
Out of their minds, they've been playing for the last few years, but particularly the last
2024
shows,
was great.
100%.
2024 was off the fucking charts.
I mean, it makes me want to give a little more leeway, but at the same time, let's mourn the loss.
Yeah,
we are here.
We're moving on.
Let's fucking go. Before we get to all the love and compliments, we are going to do North Carolina Coliseum Night 1.
Yeah. Okay. Set 1.
Song
1. Opening off with Free. Kicked off clean, punchy, big crowd energy right out of the gate.
BCE.
Mike was booming.
Mike and Fishman were just all on top of it.
Nothing really exploratory in this one. They're really feeling the freeze since 2024, going into 2025. And Mike is leading the charge in that song, which I love.
Yeah.
Mike
and you and I make fun of the rotation, but I like Free in the rotation. If I had to choose between Free being in it or not, I'm picking in every time.
Song 2, Rift, coming out. Rift. Rough Rift.
Brick City.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
It wasn't great.
From
the Rift a couple of shows before, it didn't even compare. So I don't know.
Not everything is going to be cash.
No, I get it.
This one is fine.
I mean, they've only played it, I don't know how many times.
We are going to go into a great set of songs. For me, Spanish Moon. I don't really like Little Feat, but I really like when Phish plays this song. It's a good cover. They did it well.
Funky as hell, man.
Yeah. And I like it. I like if you're going to play Spanish Moon, though, you could also play Mexican Cousin.
Dripping with swampy swagger on this one. And now, no, you're not going to compare Mexican Cousin to fucking Spanish Moon. Why? Because it's Spanish and Mexican?
Sure.
That's ridiculous.
Both of them are about like drinking and how you can't drink anymore.
Anyways, I think Paige really shined in Spanish Moon, especially on the clav, just killing it.
I used to make fun of the Space Box because he was on it too much, like it was a crutch. He stopped playing it as much as he used to, and now when he does, it's just
one of my favorite songs coming up, Reba. Obviously without the whistling on this, though I got the whistling in SNHU, which was great.
You don't have to write no whistling, Phish.net. Just FYI.
I mean, they almost always don't whistle. But not my favorite Yem. I thought it was a pretty rough go. The set sections were.
Reba.
Yeah, Reba.
You said yeah.
Did I?
You did.
Yeah, probably same.
Okay. Now, for the first actual, really true bust out of the entire tour, and maybe even in the last year, we have Devotion to a Dream.
First time since 10, 15, 16. 322 show gap on this bitch.
Basically, they released it with Fuego, and then they never played it again. I like this song. I was excited to hear it, and
so
triple snaps.
Lyrics
if it
hit,
made it.
Yeah, lyrics hit unexpectedly hard in 2025 on this one. Received warmly, but didn't carry a ton of momentum musically. Still a notable rarity.
I liked it. I'm glad they played it. It tells me that they're out there and they're kind of thinking about what they're doing, which is something that makes me happy. Now, you and I will disagree on the next one. Final Hurrah. Face plant into rock. I'm here for it.
I know you are. I don't get it.
Anything from Kosovo Fat or Kosovo Vox.
I think we say Kosovo Fat, and I want to stick with that.
Tom Marshall says Kosovo Vox, but whatever.
Whatever. Coming from a guy that has Lego hair, and you know something about that.
That's why he's going to come on the show, and we're just going to talk about hairstyles for like half the time.
I feel like you guys could pop your hair off and
it's interchangeable.
It is.
I'm like, Tom, try this. He's like, ooh, and then,
ooh, great. Do you take your hair off? Do you and your wife switch wigs when you're in bed before you go to sleep?
Obviously.
Okay, cool.
So this normally would be considered a bust out, but they played it 2 years ago or so at the Wharf. My mind's got a mind of its own.
Yeah. First since 5/28/2022, 149 show gap. A little bit of grab ass on this, as Nick and I always say, bluegrass grab ass. We love that.
Yep.
I think it was lively. It was a nice palate cleanser.
It is. Now the funny thing is I always thought this was actually a Mike song, but some dude named Butch Hancock, who probably plays bluegrass, judging by the facial hair on his face, wrote it. It's his song.
Okay. There was another song that I saw today that it was a Phish cover, and I always thought it was a Phish song, and I can't remember what the fuck it was. It's going to blow your mind.
Oh, which one was it?
I can't fucking remember.
Oh, my God.
Golden Age.
Wait, Golden Age is a cover?
Yeah, it's not from them. It's a video on the radio or whatever the fuck that band's name is. Yep, it's not their song.
Talk about Hey Stranger for a second.
Yeah, so that's Nick's favorite song. Especially, he likes this when people are in the urinal at the show, and he wants to go up behind them and say,
on the radio.
Yeah, I told you.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's not their song, man. Another fucking cover.
Okay, so then, now the question for me, by the way, this is a debut from 2009.
I think it upsets me that it's a fucking cover, because I'm like, all right, this is kind of cool that, like, Phish came up with this, like, groovy little song. Nope, not at all.
I think it makes me like this song more, and I never really liked this song. It's a 2.0er.
Super Bob. We should lose
Bob.
our credibility for not knowing. Who gives a fucking shit, Bob? I didn't fucking know. Fucking go sit and spin, Bobby.
Jesus. Let me tell you something. Strangers on the internet. You know,
like if you didn't know, like Lagrange wasn't their song. Okay, you're a fucking idiot.
Wait, that's not their song?
All right, Nick. Really?
What did you think about this taste? Came up after Hey Stranger. Yeah.
It was rough.
Your favorite?
It was rough. It's like almost like they'd never played it before.
Oh my God. Okay,
No, it kind of was though. I mean, they were really searching. Fishman like didn't have his normal feel in that. I don't know. It was very strange. Not what I want out of a taste, and I love taste.
So, can you explain to everybody at home and maybe the co-host of the show what the fuck is the difference between taste and Taste That Surrounds? Because when I click on Taste, I get taken to a show that I was either at or almost at in June of 1995.
Okay.
And so definitely back then, the song was completely different. They didn't have like the
Okay.
rhythms or the set sections were completely different. It basically sounded like Free Part Two.
Okay, I do. Yeah, well, so I will explain that, but I do have to comment on a follower right now. TJPC80
Oh
said,
my god!
clear these two just got into Phish a few years ago. Okay, well, actually, Nick has been going since 93, and I've been
Oh,
going since '03. So we probably have been seeing them a little bit longer than you. And that's
but
okay.
hey, if you're an old head, come on the show, or a noob, come on the show. We like talking to people that like talking about Phish.
So the
I'm glad
taste
I
that
can't see
surround
the
the
comments.
taste that surrounds actually comes, it messes with the form of the song and actually lyrics and where lyrics are placed and who's singing what. So if you listen to Taste That Surrounds, it sounds like Taste, but it's not exactly the same. The form
So,
is
but
different.
was it different when Fishman started singing? Is that when they started calling it the taste that surrounds?
No, because Fishman was singing it, yeah, when it was Taste That Surrounds.
In the very beginning, it was just Trey, and then
Yeah.
sometime on summer tour, I remember
Okay,
Fishman
so
started to
it
have a
was the
verse,
fog that surrounds,
fog that surrounds. Yes, and
and
then they
then
merged them together like Black Eyed Katie and the MoMA.
yes, something like that.
Oh my god,
It's something like
that
that. So ending with your favorite song, Walls of the Cave, which I actually really like. I like this song. I don't know why you don't like it.
you know what? It's a lot like it's a fine song, but it's a lot like Steal Time from the Faulty Plant. No, what's the other one? Blank Space Where My Mind Should Be. Same song.
Okay.
It takes a long time to get to the jam. Like too long. Don't take so long to get to the jam. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Long ass break.
It's a long song, but it just reminds me of it just like heavy 2.0 vibes on this.
It's a major 2.0.
The quickest set break of all time.
No, longest.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes.
It
Like
was
I swear to
45
God,
minutes.
somebody door dashed a burrito.
And I think they realized that Super Bob was watching the show and they're like, I don't want to fucking come on if Super Bob is watching me. He's like,
Is
that
Super
fucking
Bob
guy.
saying mean things about us?
Yeah, Super Bob says that we're opinionated, which is true, Super Bob, but not informed. Well, we've been so fucking informed, man. I can't even tell you half of the shit we've been right about. So,
Super Bob, if you go back to our release on Friday, which we wrote on Thursday, we did say there was going to be a llama opener. Set 2, song 1,
yeah,
llama.
why don't you go back and watch the fucking podcast and see all the
don't.
shit that we've called.
There you go.
How about that?
Llama, however, it's slow llama. And this is like slow for a slow llama.
I like Slow Llama, but I don't know if I like Slow Llama as a set 2 opener.
Disco slow.
Wait,
I mean, it was like
disco can be fast.
It was the riff sounds so different when they play it at that speed.
Yeah,
It sounds like a video game riff. So I was happy they played Llama. I would have thought maybe we would have sped some member of the band, and I think it's Paige, doesn't like fast llama. Because there was a show where Trey was like, why did we stop playing it fast? Huh, Mike? And he says it to Mike. And the reason he says it to Mike, I think, is to stick it to Paige. But anyway, Down with Disease, which apparently was finished, one of their best songs.
I liked it.
This was a great Down with Disease, start to finish.
Down with Disease was fucking
this
killer.
set two for me, it's gonna get.
I mean, it meandered early. Found several distinct, phases: bliss, groovy, minor key, murk. But a white hot peak on this. Longest, deepest Down with Disease in years.
Agreed. Into Twist, which not my favorite song, but I had a lot of fun.
Shorter than recent monster versions.
Trey was having fun with Mike playing some kind of weird, like, little thing, and Mike was trying to stick it to Trey. It was great. Then we're going to jump right into The Well, which is a tab cover.
Throw me into the fucking well.
I like this. I don't know why you
do.
Don't
you?
like this
I don't
song.
know. Just not a fan.
At the bottom of the well.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like we asked for them to go into their archives and pull out bunch of shit, and they did. But I think they realized that when they do that, they're not going to be as well practiced in these songs, which I guess we should expect.
The Well is in rotation.
Yeah,
my opinion.
sorta. But I don't know. They've been getting
And so
closer.
Slightless Escape, this was their second one, which is the next song.
They've been
Which you
getting
don't you don't like this song.
No, I do not. No.
It's a Ghost of the Forest guy.
I know. I think it's Lot Boy Yorgie's one of his favorite songs. He's been chasing this bitch.
Okay, that makes me not like it as much.
Oh my God.
Just
Shocked
kidding.
as torture. What?
Only because
one of my favorite songs.
When I find out that he likes a song, I think of him doing that weird dance.
The dance? The
And
cross-eyed and painless dance? Yeah.
The worst Shocked as Torture I've heard.
They've been bad.
Love the song. You know what they need to do? They need to bring out the Dude of Life, and they need to do his song, which I forget the name of off the top of my head, but it sounds the same, and it's a great song.
I mean, Shocked as Torture is one of the songs that you could do the same set reprise with.
Oh
same set reprise with
so
Shocked as Torture.
When we talk about tomorrow, during the I Am the Walrus, I thought they were going into Tweezer reprise multiple times.
Why did they cover amazing. I Am the Walrus? Why,
Dude, because you are the Eggman and I am the Walrus.
I know, I like the song. It's just...
Dude, it was amazing. Yeah, blew my mind. What didn't blow my mind was the Susie Greenberg.
Susie Greenberg just absolutely flubbed.
It was another brick. And then they left. They came back out. Circus
comes to town.
Which, I love that song.
Another First Tube. They just played it. My
only problem with this First Tube is that for me, it feels like something that they play when they've like melted your face. Yep. I did not feel like faces were melted Friday night.
So overall highlights: Spanish Moon, Devotion, Down with Disease. I would say if you're gonna go back to the show, the Slow Llama Jam, Slightless Escape had some good points. The Well did have some good points.
I know Raw was fun.
Yeah, so that's night one. That's
I'm excited about tomorrow's show.
I'm excited about tomorrow's show. I think tomorrow's show will be a little bit more positive. I hate it. I hate that we have to be this way. But I cannot.
We don't have to be this way.
No, I'm not going to sit and suck on their. I'm not going to sit and suck on their fucking nuts.
No. This is our third or fourth year doing this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I would say that 70 to 99% of our shows has been nothing but favorable. Like, as a matter of fact, like we went in the very beginning, we went out of our way to never say anything mean about anybody or anything, including the band. And then as time's gone on and we've had more and more engagement with the people that tune in, there's a small amount of responsibility that we have to just be fair. So we're being fair.
Like I said, I love this band. We've been listening to this band for absolute years. We've heard many fucking shows, been to many shows, and it just, I get that they're older, but they did so much better last year, so not sure what's going on.
What you brought up on Saturday and you talked about earlier on this podcast, I'm hoping is playing a factor here because we can get over loss and we can move on. He's Matt, I'm Nick, we are Insuphishient. I needed different music at the end of this one.
I'm trying to think of a good... a good question of the day.
Okay.
So, like, are the slow funk arrangements like Llama killing momentum or refreshing the catalog? That's the question of the day. What do you guys think of those slow down, revamped songs? Let us know.